Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy and I am also known as Nigerian Mom in Diaspora. Today I'm going to be discussing telling you guys how to save money as an international student. First of all, let me just tell you that being in debt in the UK is not something you want. First of all, is it the threats? They send you messages, they send you are coming to arrest you, they send you are coming to take your property and stuff like that. So you don't want to be in debt in the UK. And because you don't want to be in debt, you need to save, you need to proportion your money properly. You don't need to spend outrageous amounts of money on frivolous things, because money spent on stuff like that doesn't come back really. Okay, so number one way I have in my notes. So number one way for you to save money in the UK is by taking advantage of student discounts. Now, look out for student discounts once you come into the UK as an international student. However, there could be additional student discounts open to different times of the year. That's what I wanted to say. So when you come into the UK, you should look for websites that help with student discounts. They send you student discounts all the time, coupon codes, discounts, sales, stuff like that. So you should please look out for those websites. You should then look out for student discounts in September and January. Almost all shops do student discounts, especially clothing stores. Almost all clothing stores do student discounts in January and September, because that's when new students resume. So make sure to look out for that as well. Then you should not stay in a loop of indebtedness. What I mean is, don't take credit cards, don't buy phones on credits to pay instrumentally. Don't do that. Whatever is wrong, whatever phone you're using when you come to the UK, if you need to buy a new one, it's best for you to save and buy a new one once and for all. Do that. Don't buy clothes with Clear Pay, Klana or Kaylan, I don't know how it's pronounced, but don't buy clothes with those third parties. Really, don't do that, because it makes you to just find out that you're continually paying for debts. Makes you to see that you're just continually in a loop of indebtedness. So don't do that to yourself. Also, I was saying earlier on about taking advantage of student discounts, which also includes bus passes, council tax reductions, stuff like that. So for your bus passes, especially where I live in Birmingham, you get to see students reductions on the app if you use the app, the NX Box app, for your movement and your travels. You get to see tram and a bus ride pass together. You get to see students discounts on bus. When you buy bus passes when you buy longer term bus passes, for example 1 month, that's 4 weeks, or even weekly, you get reduced more than just buying every time you want to get on the bus, every time you want to get on the tram, and because or every time you want to get on the train as well. And because you're a student, you always go in and out, you always be on the move. You need to buy bus passes that are longer term, that will save you much more money. By the time you divide how much you'll be paying, if for example bus pass in Birmingham is £4 daily, by the time you divide how much you'll be paying, if you buy it in bulk and with student discount as well, you find out that you're paying maybe a meager £1 or £1.80 per day on your bus travels, which is ridiculously cheap. Then if you need to buy books, buy used books. Amazon is the chief of selling used books. Buy used books on Amazon. Go to eBay, buy used books. And even if you don't need the textbooks, go to your library and borrow books and return it. You can borrow books as long as possible. But if you need it, because there's some people that prefer to have the textbook so they can refer to it all the time, don't buy new books. You don't need new books. buy used books. Sometimes you may buy used books that have even been marked. It will make your reading easier. You will just see the markings and then you can easily read it. Find very cheap houses. I don't understand how you'll be a an international student and you will want to be in an expensive flat. Don't do that to yourself. Find a house share. Find a house share. Find a studio apartment. Just make sure that it's something that is cheap. You shouldn't be living, if you're a single student, you shouldn't be living in a house more than £350, £450 per month. And by £450, make sure you're the one paying bills. Or by £450, you most likely be the one paying bills. But if you're living in a shared apartment, £300, £350 per month, all bills are inclusive, and then you get to pay your bills yourself. Speaking of all bills, back to council tax. You don't have to pay for council tax as a student, or you get ridiculous reductions. However, your family member as well, who is also an adult, may have to also apply for reduction based off the fact that you are a student. So they will most likely give them a reduction or cancel it out completely for you both. But you need to do that, or else your dependent will be accumulating council tax amounts, and that will just be a debt. And then find very cheap supermarkets. I have videos on where you can find cheap foods. It's up in the link above, so make sure to click on that and watch it. You'll see where you can get the cheapest food items in the UK. So you should buy cheap foods, really. Buy bulk foods more so that you can cook when you're hungry. So you go to cheaper supermarkets. You don't have to be going to Ocado or Waitrose all the time. Then use saving apps like Moneybox or Plum. I've talked about Moneybox on my Instagram page before. Moneybox would help you save your money instantly. It's not a sponsored ad at all. It's just that it helps me a lot. So if you come in as an international student and you want to save about £1,000 by the end of next year, all you need to save every month is about £83-84 thereabout. And trust me, you'll be raking up a sum total of £1,000 by the end of next year. So please and please and please kindly save your money with automated apps like that. They just take the money out at certain times of the week. Need to save. I'm just going to chip this in. I don't know if it may apply to you, but try your best not to, especially when you're still a student, try your best not to quickly show off yourself, because it will kind of put pressure on you that you will not know. Because when chips are down, you'll be down as well, and it will look like you're not feeling well, you're feeling depressed, you're not feeling happy. That's because you can't keep up appearances. So try your best to not to quickly start saying, oh, I have money, let me send you money. To those back home in Nigeria, that's what I mean, like, oh, please let me send you money, or please let me buy you clothes, let me send it to you, stuff like that. Please kindly not do that, because many times many people coming as international students still have their school fees to pay. Like they pay just half of it, or just 10% of it, or 15% of it, or 50% of it, and you still have to pay for the rest of your school fees. And that will come also with some of the little jobs that you're doing. So you don't want to put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Then also make sure to buy affordable but quality clothes. So don't go for cheap clothes, because obviously you go to school all the time, and yes, confidence comes from dressing well. However, don't buy outrageous clothes, but make sure that they are quality and affordable. Don't try to, because your friend, you don't know your friends, the people you go to school with are children of politicians in Nigeria, so they have money. So you don't say because your friend just bought £500 Adidas trainers, or she just bought a very expensive £400-500 winter jacket, and then you need something like that. You don't need something like that. Some students that you also see in school are not international students, Nigerian students, but they are not international students. They are home students, so they are not even paying a dime for their fees. So obviously they have enough money to work to ball, stuff like that. So, don't get carried away. Face what you've gone to school to do. However, one of the most important things that I would say that is the best way for you to save your money is not to go to live within your means. Really, just make sure you live within your means and don't accumulate any debt. If you are living in a house that is not a shared apartment and you need to pay for water, please pay your water bill. Don't say you don't want to pay it. They won't fight you, they won't cut off the water and stuff like that, but you just have a debt in your name that will be accumulating. If you have television and you need to pay for your TV license, kindly pay for your TV license as well. Don't accumulate it. Don't say I'll pay for it later. There's no later. Start to pay for it now. Any bills that you have outstanding, if it was internet bills, stuff like that, just pay as you earn. First, sort out all your bills before you start to say you want to spend it on any other thing. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. For me, I have a different saving techniques, obviously, but this one I know would help international students. Thank you, and have a wonderful 2022. As you can see, my Christmas tree behind me. We're in the festive period, and I pray that as you step into the UK for January 2022, or for those of you already here, that you taste the milk and honey of this land, that you would not be deported, and that all the things that you came to achieve in the UK, you would achieve them and even beyond, in Jesus' name. Amen.